What's good, YouTube? Swiftly here, back with another NBA 2K26 video. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys one of the fastest methods to getting your playmaking specialization. So obviously for the playmaking specialization, you have to get a bunch of assists. You have to get like A- grades. You got to win games and stuff like that. This is going to be showing you guys the fastest method to getting your assists right now I'm personally doing shooting because that's the method that I chose. Hold on, let me just turn this down real quick because I don't want these guys talking over me. Turn the commentary down. And basically what you're going to do is, whichever side of the court you're on, right? If you hold L1, you're going to call for a screen. So right here, I'm on the side of the court with my power forward. So you see he's triangle. So when I hold L1 next to him, he's going to call for a screen. And then when I come on this side, on the left side where my center is at right there, number 12, is going to call for a screen automatically from him. So that's like the quickest, easiest, fastest way if you just want a quick screen. And then you just hit like R1 or L2 for a roll or pop or whatever, R1 or R1, excuse me, to choose between fading or rolling to the basket or whatever for a shot or layup down low, right? So that's just the fastest way. Now, the way I like to do this is I like to individually call for my screens because you might have a better shooter at small forward or shooting guard. So what you're going to do is, if you're on PlayStation or Xbox, you're going to tap L1. You're going to hold the button, and then you're going to hit R1 again so they fade. And this is all you're going to do. And you're going to get easy assists over and over and over again. You're just going to spam this. Personally, I would advise you put your game on, I wouldn't say 12-minute quarters because I understand 12-minute quarters can get extremely boring and annoying to play over and over and over again. But personally, I would put it on like maybe 8-minute quarters. As you can see, I'm doing shooting right now because my specialization for this build is shooting. And you can see I already have 42 points in the first quarter, and I'm playing on 5-minute quarters. I'm not even playing on, 8-minute quarters or 12-minute quarters. So, but obviously shooting is much easier. You can get shooting done much quicker, much faster. But for playmaking, it's obviously depending on your teammates and whatnot. I'm playing for a shitty team like the Bulls, and even then I can still rack up pretty easy assists. I'm doing, assists because I need to get doubles for some other quest line or whatever for my player. So that's the reason why I'm getting assists now after I got my points. But this is literally one of the fastest way if you need to get 250 assists or 1,200 assists, 1,000 assists, or whatever the specialization requires. This is literally one of the fastest ways you could do it. I know some people say to play street ball, street kings, or whatever like that. But the problem with that is that you're only going to be able to get a select amount of assists before you either shut the court down or before you just score 21 points. Where this, you can get way more. So like I said, you pick who you want. I'm going to call for Giddy. I'm going to call for a fade. Now, that's the only real issue that you might run into is if you selecting a guard. Like I just selected a point guard to set the screen. Their screens aren't going to be as good, so do keep that in mind if you're selecting your point guard or maybe you're selecting a shooting guard. I can't select shooting guard because I'm on a shooting guard, but maybe you're selecting your power forward or your small forward or something like that, or point guard. You got to be wary of that because they will get illegal screens or set bad screens sometimes. So do keep that in mind. So for me, I have a good shooter in Buzelis, so I'm just going to, stay back here. Tap L1, hold triangle to hit R1 for him to fade, and I'm just going to spam this over and over again, and he's just going to green every single time. Now, right now I'm on pro difficulty because I want all my VC, but if you want, you can lower the difficulty down to like semi-pro or rookie, and they probably won't ever miss a shot ever, And it don't really matter if you care about VC or not because you're just playing for, the specialization. You just need the assist, so that's all you should really be caring about. But in this fact, I'm trying to grind VC as well as do all of this, so that's why I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. Now, like I said, I'm playing on pro, so they're gonna miss every now and then, but I just want you to see his stats. Buzelis, he's 5 for 6, so that's the first shot he's missed. As you can see, I haven't been passing it to anybody else. It's just been him, and that's where my 5 assists have come from. Those 5 shots that he's made, and he just missed 1 shot. So if you put this down from pro difficulty down to like, I don't know, semi-pro or rookie, they probably won't miss at all. You'll probably just sit there and just splash shot after shot after shot after shot. But again, like I said, I want better badge progression, and I want you know, all of my VC. So that's the reason why I'm playing on pro instead of semi-pro or rookie. But again, if you're strictly going for your specialization, you don't care about VC, you don't care about badge progress or any of that. None of that stuff matters. Your build is maxed out. You just need your specialization. You can then put this on, you know, rookie and just spam this over and over again. As you can see, he's going to be open most of the time. Like, now that time was some BS. I don't know why he laid it up on 3 people in the paint. But 2K is going to be 2K. Every now and then you're going to have, like, you know, BS like that happens. But for the most part, wide open, he's going green, and it's just going to work like that every single time. Now, I'm at like 6 assists. I spent the entire first quarter and like some of the second quarter just shooting threes. I wasn't even really going for assists. I just need 15 assists, so I'm not really too concerned. I know I'm going to get my 15 assists. But if you did this is on 5-minute quarters, keep in mind. So if you did this on, like I said, 8-minute quarters or something like that, you probably can average around about 30 assists a game. Especially if you put this on rookie, you can average about 30 to 35 assists a game. And that's going to cut down, like, you know, I think the first specialization, you need like 200 assists or something like that. So you're probably looking at maybe I would say less than 10 games. At 35 assists a game, you're looking at less than 10 games to complete that, right? Yeah, you would complete that in less than 6 games, matter of fact. Around 5.5 games, it would take you to get that 200. And then obviously 1,000 assists is a little bit more, but even then, you're still going to get that done fairly well. So I'm going to just switch to who I call it for. Have him fade. So now I have Huerta. And he's a shooter as well, too. So, you know, he's going to be able to knock that shot down for me now because I think they took out Buzelis. So now he's going to be the person who I just run that pick and roll with or pick and pop with and just have him fade out every single time for a free basket. So I'm going to hit L1, hold down square, hit R1 again so I can switch it from roll to a fade. He's going to be wide open, another green. And that's literally all you have to do. Again, you tap L1, you hold down whoever icon you want to set the screen, and then you hit R1 once again to take it off a roll. Because by default, when you call for a pick and roll, it's obviously going to be a roll. So you're just hitting R1 that additional time just so that it comes from a roll, as you can see right here, to a fade. So now they're going to fade to that 3-point line, be wide open, another green, bro. And that's pretty much how you do your specialization for a playmaker. You spam this, I promise you, you're going to get your assist fast as hell. Yes, you can do it playing park and rec and proving ground, but that's a little bit more, you know, RNG because you're going to be highly dependent on your teammates. If you got dudes who can't shoot or can't knock down shots, dude who forces shots on like 3-4 people in the paint and shit, it's going to be much harder for you to get, you know, your assists and whatnot to get your specialization done. So if you want a really quick method, this is definitely 100% going to help you get your playmaking specialization done fast as hell. Hopefully this helped you guys out. If it did, please be sure to drop a like, comment, and of course subscribe for more NBA 2K26 content. I'm out, y'all. Peace.